Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and I'm very excited to continue my top picks for top covers of the year. Last video that I just put out Friday, we went through 10 through 6. Today, we're going through 5 to number 1. So before we get into it quickly, reminder, we are so close. I think we're less than 15 subscribers away from getting to 600 subscribers. At 600, we're giving away 3 very awesome comics. All you have to do, be subscribed to the channel, leave a comment on this video, or you can actually leave a comment on any of my videos. Every comment on a different video is an additional chance to win. So, let's go ahead. I'm sure I really enjoyed the conversation, which I like that I split this up into 2 videos because, you know, some people were commenting about covers that they thought, but they didn't know my top 5, you know? So I really enjoyed this little sneak peek, little tease that I did on the first one. So we're going to go ahead and get into it now. So my pick for number 5 is this beautiful Art Adams Strange Academy 13, which I'm slightly cheating here because, yes, I am a huge Magic fan. So am I a little bit biased? Possibly. But at the same time, I mean, I think this is a pretty sought-after cover. Granted, I understand the print run was kind of low on it as well. But, I mean, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of print runs that end up being low. But if the cover doesn't care, it's not a key, then nobody pays attention to it. And this is just, you know, it is a beautiful Art Adams cover. And it fetches a pretty decent price. And I think that speaks to the desirability of it, you know? Not always, sometimes people just inflate prices, I get it or whatever, but I don't know, argue with me if you want. I think it's a beautiful cover, and it made my pick for number 5. And then moving on, now this is one, like I said, I picked some obscure ones, and this is a pretty new cover, and it's one that I've really fought myself over, putting it as high on this list as I did, and it's a cover that, again, maybe a lot of y'all haven't even seen. I think it is gorgeous. What number is this one? It is, Refrigerator of Heads, number 3. This is the B cover. Check this thing out. Look at that cover. It's a cool Fenrir wolf, with a cool blade. I'm not gonna, in case you haven't read the story, you want to read a story, it is a good story. And if you haven't checked it out, I'm not going to spoil exactly what the blade is. But, I mean, I think the design on this cover and the colors and the way that the design bleeds off of it, and I don't know, it's so cool. And to match the color into the smoke coming out of his mouth and eyes there. Super, super awesome cover. Which made a spot on the top 5 at number 4. And like I said, I think this is one that maybe, you know, probably maybe no one has on their top list, you know, but it made it to mine. And then you all know, I slightly teased it last time, a Moon Knight cover was coming. The number 1 issue had a lot of good covers, and since then there's been, I mean, I've liked all the covers, you know, for the most part, but as far as like top tier, you know, contender for number 1, there's been some contenders sprinkled throughout the 6 issues that have come out so far. So, despite that being said, it was no competition, in my opinion, on the best cover for Moon Knight was the Zafino cover, coming in at number 3 on my list. I'm a big fan, especially in this series, of how Moon Knight is drawn, where it's just black and white. There's no gray tones, there's no shading or anything. It's just, you know, 100% white or 100% black. And now granted, this cover does have some gray tones mixed in there, but it does also embody these big, bold, just complete fill-ins of either black or white. And Zafino's not even an artist that I recognize. I don't remember any other covers by Zafino, but this one stood out. And I remember a lot of people talking about this cover when it came out. It was instantly a pretty iconic, recognized cover. And with his moons peeking out there, his moon blades or whatever he calls them, I don't know. It is just a pretty awesome cover. And yeah, I love this thing. And that came in at number 3 on my list. And now, this is the hardest part. Narrowing down to 10 comics to do was extremely difficult. But I didn't have them in order though yet. I was like, okay, these are my 10. You know, I had a few extra that's like, it might make the list, and you know, you cut them off. Okay, these are the 10. That's hard to do. But then to start putting them in order from 1 to 10 was crazy hard. And the most difficult part of it was picking number 1 and number 2. I really tried to let my biases go set aside. But that being said, well, first of all, quick reminder, join us on Wednesdays. Every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. we stream, build some Legos, talk about comics, have a good time. I'd love to, you know, it'd be maybe a good chance to talk about some of your favorite comic covers of the past year, or favorite things you read, or this, that, or whatever. I'm not going to let you hang for too much longer. So, at number 2, we have this beautiful, I always mix up these 2 artists' names, so let me make sure. This is a beautiful Ji-Young Lee cover for Black Cat, giant size Black Cat that is. And I could not wait. When I saw this in the preview book, I could not wait to get this thing in. It is an absolutely incredibly gorgeous cover that nearly made it to number 1. And I cannot wait to eventually buy. I'm going to get the 1 in 100 version. It's going to happen. That book is pricey. I might try to wait a little while and see if it dips down in price. I don't know. It's going to be, regardless, I mean, I don't think I've seen that book under $150, but it's so good. It is so absolutely ridiculously beautiful. However, I've really enjoyed the Black Cat run, and I really like Black Cat as well. So that's where my biases were kind of sinking in, making me want to make this number 1. And, you know, to this day, to the point of me making this video, it's still so hard. Maybe it should have been number 1. But we're going to go ahead and reveal what I did choose as number 1. And this is a cover I had to go back and buy. I didn't buy when it came out, because it was a pricey book when it came out. I eventually went back and just recently bought it. Partially because I wanted it to be in this video. But it's a cover that I've wanted since it came out. We have The Marvels, number 6, 1 in 25, Bermejo, beautiful Silver Surfer cover. I'm trying to make sure I don't have any glares on there, or at least minimal glares. And I think the reason I chose to squeak this one out was I think the artistry, the level of difficulty was definitely enhanced in this piece. Choosing to, you know, having to draw this fire and all these reflective surfaces, and you know, where the fire is reflecting onto the surfer's face, it's so bright and almost blends into the fire, and then the other parts are so dark and reflecting off other light sources even. And I think the level of mastery that is in this piece is absolutely incredible. It's a cover, when we first saw it, I knew eventually I was going to get this cover. And I did. I won this one on an auction for a pretty awesome price. Pretty incredible price. That was one of my better pieces, or better eBay wins. But, I don't know. Let me know. Am I wrong? This was such a hard choice. Like I said, all of them were hard to put in order. But between these 2, I was having a ridiculously hard time picking. I was really struggling. And I think this one squeaks out, even though I think I like the Black Cat story, which I didn't even read Marvels, you know, it's just a cover by. But this one I'm more attached to because I love the story. I thought it was a great finale, and on top of it, an absolutely stunning cover. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I want that 1 in 100, y'all, so bad. So I was trying to think to myself, if I set that aside, does it still win at the end of the day? And it was hard. It was so hard, y'all. But I don't know. I'd love to hear. Now you know what my definitive full top 10 list is. So if there's a cover that you think should have made it, definitely let me know down in the comments. If you disagree or agree with any parts of my list, I'd love to hear about it. I know this is, you know, I knew making this video, both of these videos, is going to be divisive. People are going to have all kinds of different opinions. And, you know, I'm sure there's other covers that I maybe forgot about or maybe even didn't see throughout the year. It happens, even though I work at an LCS that seems is slightly impossible. More likely I just forgot about them. But, you know, I went through my boxes of comics. I looked through everything and that I had, you know. But granted, also, you know, none of the DC comics made the... Well, no, one DC comic made the list. I don't think there was any... Oh, no, Nice House on the Lake. 2 DC comics. That's pretty good for me. Considering I only get, like, 5 DC books, and 2 of them made it onto the top 10, that's pretty good. Even though I get, like, over 50 books on my pull list. That's pretty good. Anyway, I can't wait to read the comments. The comments were so fun and awesome to read last time on last video. And in general, this year y'all have been treating me so well. And I mean, you always treat me well, but it feels like extra love already at the beginning of this year, and I'm all about it. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I can't wait to see you Monday. We got extra video, bonus video, because we got a haul video coming. And I'll see you then. Take it easy.